This is a demo of Sinopia version 3.15. We'll start in the editor here in the development environment to show you the new features. I'm Michelle Futornik, the Sinopia product owner at Stanford University. Our first new feature is a language detection feature for literals. So you'll remember that our last release had an update in language tagging that allows you to tag script and transliteration in addition to language. And in this release, we've added a new feature that will attempt to detect what language a literal is in and then suggest the appropriate language tag to you. So I'm going to enter a literal here. And when I go to the language window, I'll see that French was detected and it gives me the code that would be used. And if I want to accept that, I can click here and fill that in. So what's happening here is that we're using a language detection service, and we'll only make the suggestions if the reliability is above a certain threshold. So sometimes you won't see a suggestion. The next new feature is defaults for literals that can be either the current date or the user's ID. So whoever set this template up has preset it that this field will be filled in with today's date. I could change that if I want to, and with my user ID. I'll show you how that looks on the back end if you are configuring a template. So over here in the template configuration environment, on a literal field, you will find a new attribute here under literal attributes, literal property attributes. And this is where, let's just take this one away for now. This is where you can say that you want this field to default to the current date or the current user ID. Now, the next thing you will notice here in the editor is this badge here that says work in this case, because this template has the class BibFrameWork. So for BibFrameWorks instances and items in the editor heading here and in the name of the tab, we are adding this badge to help you orient to which resource you're working on. Another new feature here is a clipboard icon that you'll find in the RDF preview in the Turtle, Triples, or JSON LD mode. And what that little clipboard does, it will copy everything in the RDF preview to your clipboard so you can use it elsewhere. You will find that same clipboard also in the Mark view if you were to convert a resource to Mark. And you get that pop-up window with Mark text, you'll see that clipboard. Now I'm going to go to search to show some new improvements there. So one improvement is that a search of Sinopia will now include templates. So if I am looking for a template, in the past, I would have to go to the resource templates tab and find it there. And I often find myself wanting to search here for templates as well as non-template resources. So now this is going to search both. My template was called something about a literal, so I'm going to search for literal. And you'll see a new section of the search results window here that says template results. So if there are matching templates, this new section will come up and you just expand that to see what the matching templates are. And then here's your traditional search results of resources. So this is searching only the templates label and ID. So if you did want to find a template by its author or group or guiding statement, you would still want to come over here to the resource templates tab and find there. Another thing that you'll notice here in the Resource Templates tab, as well as in the dashboard and in search results that have template results, is that we've added the preview icon for templates. That was not always present before. So you can now preview a template to get a sense of what it looks like without having to open it for cataloging. Also in the search results, we have improved the display of the related BibFrame results. So where there are relationships now, you'll still see this relationships link here. When you open it, you'll see the related resources now have a gray background to distinguish them from the main search results. And there's this dotted line that will help separate the different types of related resources. The final thing I want to show is that an initial Share-VDE PCC dataset is now available for searching and copying, and in QA as a lookup. Let me show you here in the lookup. So I have a lookup field set up here that searches a bunch of authorities, including these new Share-VDE data sets. So there's 3 data sets: Opus, Work, and Instance. And when you're setting up a template, you'll find those in the list of authorities, just like all the other ones. And it's important to note that right now, this is only a subset of an eventual PCC data pool, and it only includes the Stanford data set that Share-VDE has recently converted. But it is here for lookups and it is here for searching. You'll see there's 3 new items on the search dropdown. And again, they say PCC, but this is just an initial subset that includes Stanford data. So when you search there, you will get results, and what you can do with them is copy them, and then you'll be prompted for a template to load them into. And you will find that because of different interpretations of BibFrame, most likely we won't be able to load all of the data or even any of the data into a given template. Oh, this actually did load some of the data. Any data that doesn't match the template that you selected will be displayed here at the top. So it's important to note that this is an exploratory feature to enable you to start evaluating the shape of the Share-VDE data and compare it to existing templates in Sinopia. And that concludes today's demo. Thank you.